Hi, and welcome to the first video in a series about the Brevard College Quality Enhancement Plan, or QEP. I'm Brandon Smith, I work in student success, and I'm joined by my colleagues.
I'm Jenny Kafsky.
And I'm Joshua Wilkie.
So let's get into our QEP on collaborative learning.
The first thing we should address is, what is a quality enhancement plan and why are we doing it? So a quality enhancement plan is part of our 10-year reaffirmation of accreditation by SACCOC, the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges. And every 10 years, the institution goes through this process as a means of ensuring quality and ensuring that we're living up to the promises we make in federal requirements for higher education institutions. So 2 years ago, we started the process by asking a question: in what way would you like to see Brevard College transform? With the caveat that it must focus on specific student learning outcomes. And over the course of the last 2 years, we've had brainstorming sessions with faculty and staff, and then we've involved students in the process to really talk about how we can transform Brevard College over the next decade.
So today we have defined the Quality Enhancement Plan as collaborative learning. So collaborative learning is whenever we join students in groups of 2 or more and intentionally invite them to pursue in shared inquiry and effort. Students are actively involved. They work together in pairs or teams in effort to solve a problem, generate new knowledge, complete a task, or create a product together. There are 5 elements of collaborative learning that exemplify cooperation. The first is positive interdependence, second, individual accountability, third, face-to-face promotive interaction, fourth, interpersonal and small group social skills, and fifth, group processing. We'll take a minute to talk about each one of these elements. So the first one is positive interdependence. That's anytime individuals in the group perceive that they depend upon one another and others depend upon them in order to be successful. So this looks like identifying mutual goals, dividing tasks, roles, and responsibilities, and creating that task interdependence. Individual accountability is taking that sense of personal responsibility as understood as needed to work towards those group goals and outcomes. We see individual accountability anytime we use goals together. We utilize tools within the group to measure group achievement of those goals, and anytime we use tools to measure individual member contributions. Third is face-to-face promotive interaction. That's anytime we offer support and encouragement to one another to facilitate our effort towards those goals and outcomes. We see face-to-face promotive interaction whenever we are acting in trustworthy ways. We're assisting one another in efficient and effective ways. We share resources like materials and information. We exchange information to improve our performance. We challenge one another's conclusions so that we promote high-quality decision-making. We advocate towards goal achievement and work together towards the mutual benefit. And as a result, we feel a lot less anxiety and stress when we work together. For interpersonal and small group skills, those are the skills that are needed in order to provide effective leadership. Those things like decision-making, trust building, communication, conflict management. So we see interpersonal and small group social skills expressed anytime we take the time to get to know one another, to learn to trust one another, to support one another, to focus on clear and intentional communication, to accept one another and value differences and diverse contributions, and anytime we work to resolve conflicts in an effective way. Finally, we have group processing, and that is when we dedicate time within our group work to analyze the functionality of our group and to plan together to improve those processes and skills. So we dedicate time to group processing anytime we reflect on the process of our work. We determine actions that were helpful. We determine which actions were not helpful and determine which ones need to change. And another key part of group processing is acknowledging and celebrating our successes together.
At Brevard College, we have 3 primary goals for our Quality Enhancement Plan. The first is to improve student understanding and practice of collaborative learning. The second is to improve staff and faculty understanding and practice of collaborative learning. And the third is to ask the question: how will we know that a change is an improvement? So when we think about some examples of our quality enhancement plan that are currently in action on Brevard College, or that we might develop as part of this quality enhancement plan, there are a few classes and co-curricular opportunities that come to mind. The first is our Learning in Community classes, or LINC courses. These are courses where faculty from 2 different disciplines work together collaboratively to generate an entirely new learning opportunity for our students. The second would be an intensive learning opportunity, or ILO course. This is a course that is absolutely foundationally dependent on collaborative learning. Students go out into the field or go into an intensive learning opportunity as a group and cohort and spend time together co-laboring on a problem or project. The next is academic coaching during our athletic study halls. This is something that we've been developing for quite some time, and we see that has a primary opportunity for integration of collaborative learning to enhance student outcomes. Another is dedication of an athletic team season to utilizing collaborative learning techniques. Another is Creek Week, which is our student onboarding and orientation process. And the final are yet to be determined. We're still looking for great opportunities for students on campus, and we hope to find more with your help.
In order to answer the important question of how we will know that a change is an improvement, we've developed a collaborative learning assessment model to measure the results of our QEP and assess them. We have a two-pronged approach whereby we measure both the understanding and the practice of collaborative learning on campus. In order to assess student understanding of collaborative learning, we'll administer a longitudinal student self-survey whereby a student will take a survey measuring their knowledge and understanding of collaborative learning at the beginning of a QEP experience and then at the end of that experience so that we can see longitudinally whether or not there's an improvement in a student's self-identified understanding of collaborative learning. In order to assess the practice of collaborative learning, the faculty or staff member who's facilitating the QEP experience will administer a rubric to an assignment at the beginning of the experience and then at the end of the experience. So the assignment or activity will be measured against a predetermined rubric, which we've already set, which will determine the quality of practice of collaborative learning that students are able to demonstrate over the course of the experience. Taken together, these two prongs of our assessment model will allow us to understand semester by semester and year by year over the course of 5 years the measured improvements in collaborative learning to our campus atmosphere. So where do you fit in? Well, first of all, we would like for you to participate in these activities that we've designated as QEP experiences as they roll out over the next few years. We'd like for you to share your ideas as students, faculty, and staff about how you see opportunities for an intensive focus on collaborative learning to improve student learning here on the Brevard College campus. And most importantly, we'd like for you to stay tuned over the next few weeks, as every week we'll be bringing you a new video where we go in depth on one of each of the 5 elements of collaborative learning to help you understand how it works on campus and where we envision utilization of that particular skill enhancing student learning here at Brevard College.
Through all our conversations with faculty, staff, and students in our community, one thing that has been true is that we are all excited about collaborative learning as our quality enhancement plan. We see collaborative learning as one of the most distinct ways that we can better implement our mission statement of experiential education at Brevard College. And we see now more than ever a greater need to connect with our campus community and beyond.